All right. So, good afternoon. My name's Josephine Ogenekere Ogufere. And so we're done with the Arise series. So we just want to be able to focus on the Build series. Okay. And by the time we're done arising, we don't stay in the point of um you don't stay in the state of limbo. Okay. There's actually a lot of things that you should do by the time you've come back. Okay, so we spend a lot of time in the first 5 episodes talking about how to come back, how to arise, how to come out of depression, how to come out of a divorce, what's up, what's next after the business crashed, what's next after the guy walks out, or after things have just fallen to like maybe the original state that it was before, or even a worse state. So we dealt with quite a lot of things, okay? But now we're going to be talking about building. How do I build? Now, building is one of the greatest activity that anyone who has suffered a bad time can put themselves to doing, okay? It's great because most times by the time we're done with whatever it is that we're working on, it gives us the feeling that we can do more. So, okay, at some points we build, and those points makes for strength. So you see a bodybuilder, he comes to the gym and he puts in efforts every day, and then whatever effort he puts in doesn't go to waste. Okay, so what he does is that he's building his muscles. So in a couple of weeks his abs are in place, the six pack are there, and then of course he goes for a photo shoot, and then everybody's shouting, wow. But meanwhile, he had gone through a process. Okay, and the process that he had to go through was not a funny process, it was a building process. So, same thing with us. By the time we're starting from the scratch again, what happens? Whatever efforts we make, every step we take amounts to something being, built. Okay, so I just don't want to come up with a complicated definition of building. Building is basically putting one and two together and coming up with something entirely different. Okay, so I put a building block on another building block and I keep putting building blocks on each other. What happens is that eventually a structure, a building, an edifice that people can look at exists. Okay, so I want to build a relationship. Where do I start? I start with myself. Self love. Love is the primary thing in building relationships. Okay, I want to build a business. How do I do that? I need personal development. I need to get information. I want to build a marriage that centers around more than love. Okay? So there's perseverance, there's forbearance, there's all those things to go with it. So whatever it is we're trying to build as strong women, as women that have gone through quite a lot, the truth is that if we don't put the materials to build together, we cannot build anything. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how to build ourselves first of all as individuals. How do I build myself? Now, we will not put out of play spiritual intelligence. That's one aspect everyone must work on. So I believe that the most spiritual people are the people that get things done, whether negative spiritual or positive spiritual. They get amazing things done. So a negative spiritual person puts his heart to doing something, and in no time, that thing works. A positive spiritual person does the same, it works. Okay, so first place that we need to start is from our spirit. How do we build our spirit? First of all, positive spiritual. I build my spirit by spending time in the presence of God, by reading my Bible, by praying, by setting up a group of women that can pray together with me. And then that's basically what spiritual intelligence is about. So I don't want to take much of our time. I just want to make us know that the place where we must start in building anything at all that has to be built is the spiritual place. Okay, it's spiritual intelligence. We must build ourselves spiritually. By the time we're done building ourselves spiritually, then we can talk about other ways we can build ourselves. And guess what the aftermath of all of it will be? A structure, an edifice, whatever it is that we've dreamt of. And then we may even build things that are better than what we had built before. All right. So I've come to the end of today's discussion. I hope you've learned one or two things. So I remain your sister. Okay. So my name is Odgenekere Josephine Ogufere, and I'm here to make sure that all our dreams becomes reality. Thank you very much for being a part of this. God bless you.